This is Karen, and it's been a little while, but I wanted to show you our new feature taxonomy and sort of remind you of some of the features we've built recently that we've released recently to explain why we needed them to be able to do this new bill topic thing that we've got. All right, so let's just dive right in. I'm going to make a new bill sheet and show you the new query features. So if I make a new sheet, I now have to pick between a query sheet where we add search terms and filters and stuff, or handpicked, which is where we're just adding them by bill number, or a roll-up sheet. So handpicked is a new type, and we needed to add it to be able to create this new feature for you. So handpicked rolled out a couple months ago. Hopefully that has been all right with you. Let us know if you have any questions. I'm going to make a query sheet today. So I will give this a name, and that's going to be artificial intelligence education. So that's kind of the direction we're going to go. All right. So now when I've got my sheet, there's a new option at the bottom, bill topic. And so that is what I'm going to highlight today. There's two main ways to use this, but you may come up with some other ways. But let me just show you the basics that we have in mind. And then you can work on it from there, improvise if you like. So I'm going to go ahead and add a topic. So what I first need to do is add a major topic. So I'm going to pick education, and then I pick a subtopic, and I'm going to say I'm interested in higher education. And I could maybe put in some other forms of education, maybe secondary school as well. So you can pick as many as you want, and then you can also say other, so you can add in some other topics as well from other major topics. But I'm just going to stick with those two. So as you add them in, they will pop up here just like they would for committees or sponsors or what have you. If you would like to see the full topic list, we have a full rundown along with an explanation of where we got these topics and a look at how many bills are in each topic here on this full topic list link. So do explore that if you're trying to figure out like where your topic might fit in. That will give you a lot of insight. All right, so now I put these in, and I'm going to say that I also want to say AI or artificial intelligence, or maybe LLM, or maybe generative. Okay, so if it's got any of those words and it's in the higher education or secondary education topic, then these bills are going to come up. So if I click save, it's going to go ahead and do that for me. So now I've got all sorts of artificial intelligence in school stuff. Okay. So hopefully that will simplify very much trying to narrow your words to your topic. So if you've got a subject that can sprawl or words that are a little bit general, hopefully that will help bring them in line with what you're actually looking for. But another way you might want to use this, I'm going to go back to the query tab, is you might just want everything in a certain topic. So instead of those, I'm going to go back to, I'm going to say, you know what, actually, I'm interested in special education, or maybe I'm interested in vocational education. So I'm just interested in those. I'm going to take out special. I'm going to say I'm just interested in vocational education, and I want everything. So if I don't put any search terms, I'm going to go ahead and actually I'll just click this X and get rid of that whole line and only search, no other limits at all, no budget bills, but otherwise, okay, actually put in the budget bills. Anything that's in the vocational education topic, I'm going to want. Now, we didn't used to let you search without a keyword. So that is a major change that we've made. All right, so now we've got a bunch of vocational education stuff like talent readiness, career stuff, Department of Workforce, and so forth, technical education. So these are all, I didn't have to come up with all the search terms that might refer to vocational education. Now I can just get all the bills based on the topic. And importantly, again, you can just not fill in a search term and it'll just give you everything that is in your filters, which is another big change that we rolled out last month. And that is why we needed to have all of the pinned bills into that new handpicked sheet. So that's kind of the order that we've done. So now you can actually have no search terms, and just get the things that are either everything, all the bills in your state, or everything past in your topic, or whatever combination of filters you want. You can now do that. Now, we still have the limit of 5,000 bills. So you still have to, you can't just search for all of the bills and get all 150,000 bills on one sheet. You've got to limit it enough that when you save it, you only have 5,000 bills as your result. But once you do that, using whatever filters are making sense to you, then you will get these results. And here I see I have 1,194. So I'm going to get all the new bills about vocational education as they come up. So that's the two ways that we expect people to use this. Either if you've got some broad search terms like artificial intelligence, but you want to limit them just to the education or labor or whatever, civil rights, voting, whatever. So you can do that if you have a broad topic and you want to narrow it to just your part that you're interested in. Or if you have a narrow topic and you'd like to get all the bills, you can do that by just not adding a search term. All right, so that is the highlights of the new bill topic. So explore the topics here, or the list is in the Help Center, so you can see it. You can get to it from there too. And hopefully you find this quite useful. So please do reach out to us if you'd like to talk about how you can fine tune your searches, or even create new ones using our new topic feature. All right, thanks. Bye.